In today's hyper-connected world, the pressure to constantly share, engage, and expose ourselves is immense and ever-present. We document every meal, every thought, every fleeting emotion, as if our lives depend on it. But this constant exposure can be a double-edged sword, cutting both ways. While connection offers comfort and community, it can also stifle our growth, hindering our ability to truly flourish and thrive. The constant barrage of opinions, comparisons, and expectations can drown out the quiet voice of our own aspirations and dreams. Imagine a seed trying to germinate under a spotlight, struggling to grow. The intense heat and scrutiny might prevent it from ever taking root and flourishing. Similarly, our potential can remain dormant when constantly exposed to the judgment and expectations of others around us. The fear of failure, the pressure to conform, and the distraction of constant interaction can prevent us from pursuing our true calling and purpose. It's time to reclaim the power of silence, the fertile ground of solitude and introspection. To achieve true success, we must sometimes step away from the noise and embrace the transformative power of disappearing and recharging. Disappearing, even temporarily, is not about becoming a hermit or rejecting the world. It's about finding a moment of peace in the chaos. It is a strategic retreat, a period of focused introspection and growth, a time to pause and reflect on what truly matters. It's about creating a sanctuary where you can connect with your inner self, free from the distractions and pressures of the outside world, a place where you can breathe and just be. Think of it as a personal sabbatical, a time to recharge, recalibrate, and rediscover your passion. It's a journey inward to find clarity and purpose. Throughout history, great thinkers, artists, and innovators have understood the power of solitude. They knew that stepping away from the world could lead to groundbreaking ideas. From Thoreau's Walden Pond to Einstein's thought experiments, transformative ideas often emerge from periods of quiet contemplation. These moments of solitude are where true innovation is born. These individuals understood that to create something truly extraordinary, they needed to step away from the noise and embrace the silence. Silence is not empty, it is full of answers. Disappearing is not an act of escapism but a strategic move towards self-discovery. It's about finding your own voice amidst the clamor. It's about taking control of your narrative, defining your own path, and creating the life you truly desire. It's a deliberate choice to focus on what truly matters to you. It's about prioritizing your own growth and development, investing in your potential, and emerging stronger and more resilient than ever before. It's a commitment to yourself. This act of vanishing, however temporary, can be a catalyst for profound personal transformation. It can lead to a renewed sense of purpose and direction. It allows you to shed the layers of external expectations and reconnect with your authentic self. In this space, you can rediscover who you are and what you truly want from life. My own journey of self-discovery began with a deliberate act of disappearing. I felt an urgent need to escape the noise and chaos of everyday life, to find a place where I could hear my own thoughts again. Feeling overwhelmed by the constant demands of modern life, I decided to disconnect from the digital world and retreat into nature. I wanted to see what life would be like without the incessant ping of notifications and the endless scroll of social media. I spent a month in a remote cabin with no internet, no phone, and no social media. It was a place where the only sounds were the rustling of leaves and the chirping of birds. At first, the silence was deafening. It was as if the absence of noise amplified my inner turmoil. I felt a profound sense of unease, a discomforting awareness of my own thoughts and emotions. It was a confrontation with myself that I had long avoided. But slowly, as the days turned into weeks, a remarkable transformation began to unfold. The initial discomfort gave way to a sense of peace and clarity. The constant chatter in my mind began to quiet down, replaced by a newfound clarity and focus. I started to notice the beauty in the small details around me. I started to reconnect with my passions, my values, and my dreams. Activities that once seemed mundane became sources of joy and inspiration. I rediscovered the joy of simple pleasures, the beauty of nature, and the power of silence. Each moment felt richer, more meaningful. The absence of external distractions allowed me to delve deep into my inner world, exploring the uncharted territories of my own mind. I found answers to questions I didn't even know I had. Emerging from this period of isolation, I felt like a different person. I had shed layers of stress and anxiety, revealing a more authentic self. I was more focused, more resilient, and more aligned with my true purpose. This journey of self-discovery had not only changed my perspective but had also transformed my life in ways I never imagined. The green-eyed monster and the pursuit of superiority. Our society often fosters a culture of comparison and competition. We are constantly bombarded with images of other people's seemingly perfect lives, fueling feelings of envy and inadequacy. This constant comparison can be a major obstacle to our own success. It can distract us from our own goals, erode our self-confidence, and prevent us from pursuing our true passions. The fear of not measuring up can paralyze us, keeping us trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and inaction. True success is not about outshining others but about becoming the best version of ourselves. By disappearing, we remove ourselves from this toxic cycle of comparison. We create a space where we can focus on our own growth and development without the constant pressure to measure up to others. We can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, free from the need for external validation. This allows us to define our own success based on our own values and aspirations, rather than the expectations of others. The power of invisibility. Invisibility, in the context of personal growth, is not about literally disappearing from sight. It's a metaphor for stepping back from the noise and distractions of everyday life. It's about strategically removing yourself from the constant scrutiny of the public eye, finding solace in solitude. It's about creating a space where you can work, create, and evolve without the pressure of constant observation and judgment. This space becomes a sanctuary for your thoughts and ideas. It's about allowing yourself the freedom to experiment, to make mistakes, and to grow without the fear of public failure. In this invisible state, you can truly be yourself. The power of invisibility lies in its ability to foster deep focus and uninterrupted concentration. It is in these moments of solitude that we find clarity and purpose. When we are not constantly concerned with how we are perceived by others, we can direct all of our energy towards our goals. This undivided attention is a catalyst for achievement. We can delve deep into our work, explore new ideas, and push the boundaries of our creativity without the fear of judgment or criticism. This freedom is where true innovation begins. This freedom to explore and experiment is essential for growth and innovation. It allows us to take risks and discover new possibilities. Think of a caterpillar undergoing metamorphosis within its chrysalis. It is hidden from the world, yet undergoing a profound transformation. Similarly, our periods of invisibility are opportunities for profound personal growth and development. These moments are when we can reflect and redefine ourselves. We can shed old habits, develop new skills, and emerge transformed. Embracing the power of invisibility allows us to become the best versions of ourselves. The three phases: disappear, work, reappear. The journey towards transformative success can be conceptualized in three distinct phases: disappear, work, and reappear. The disappear phase involves consciously disconnecting from the noise and distractions of the external world. This might involve limiting social media, declining invitations, or even taking a sabbatical from work. It's about creating the space and time for deep work, focused introspection, and personal growth. The work phase is the heart of the transformation. Free from distractions, you can dedicate your energy to pursuing your goals with laser-like focus. This might involve developing a new skill, working on a creative project, or building a business. The reappear phase is not simply about re-entering the world, but about re-emerging transformed. It's about sharing your work, your insights, and your newly discovered self with the world. These three phases form a cyclical process of continuous growth and evolution. We disappear to reconnect with ourselves. We work to develop our potential, and we reappear transformed, ready to make our mark on the world. The perils of oversharing. In our hyper-connected world, oversharing has become the norm. We document every meal, every thought, and every fleeting emotion on social media. While connection is important, this constant barrage of information can be detrimental to our personal growth and success. Oversharing can dilute our message, expose our vulnerabilities, and invite unwanted criticism. It can create a sense of external validation dependency, where our self-worth becomes tied to the likes and comments of others. When we constantly share our plans, our progress, and our struggles, we open ourselves up to judgment, envy, and negativity. This can be incredibly distracting and discouraging, especially during the vulnerable stages of growth and development. The act of withholding information, of maintaining a certain level of privacy, can be incredibly empowering. It allows us to cultivate a sense of mystery, to control our narrative, and to protect our ideas from premature exposure. It's about maintaining a sense of autonomy and control over our own journey. By controlling our words, we control our narrative.